Has that relationship changed over time? I mean, as
No, it's still
you've
going. Hold on.
the show that you're about to
my
perform
Lord.
at
Shut
is
up.
That was
has
an
a
entire
huge focus
song.
on mental health. You've been very open about your mental
Now
health.
that's what I call questions. Long Questions Volume 2 is about to drop any day now with 2 new questions. One to Atlantis and one to Hosier.
I have noticed that I have a lot of respect and admiration for both of those people, and I think that has something to do with it.
According to the 626, you guys need to get one of those hooks like in the old-timey days when somebody was doing bad on stage and you could just grab them and yank them right off.
818 said, Allie just woke me up from my nap.
Yeah, it's wild. Well, anyway, there you go.
Or are you awake?
More long questions. Hey, let me ask you, if you, I think we've discussed this concept before.
Do you have a question for me?
I do have a question. I'm going to try to get to it really quickly.
Let's time.
You have a side of the bed that you sleep on always, and it wouldn't matter if you were in a hotel room or in your bedroom or at an Airbnb, you're always on the left side or the right side? Or does it switch depending on the situation?
I'm always on the left side.
No matter where you are?
I believe so. Like, now that I think about it, when we were up at Snow Summit, I'm pretty sure I was just by myself and I went to the left.
Oh, even though you could have been in the middle?
Yeah.
I realized, because we moved last week, and because of where the bed is now in this new room.
New bed, by the way, right?
New bed, because the other one didn't fit, because the ceiling was too low and I had to sell it. It was a whole situation. But I have now been moved from the right side, where I've spent the last 10 years of my life in this marriage on the right side of the bed, and now I've been moved to the left side because she likes to be closer to the bathroom.
Oh, so she can dump out.
No, she didn't say that.
No, that's where she takes her night dumps.
Oh, maybe that's where she sneaks in and does the night dumps. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
I've never seen her take a dump
never
or
seen
fart
it.
ever.
Never seen it or witnessed it ever.
Or smelled it.
Shadow dumping.
Or smelled it. You're right. I've never.
She's a nocturnal dumper.
She's like an owl of the bowl. And but she always likes to be
she wants to be the closest to the bathroom, and that's probably, I would imagine, the farthest from the door, so she doesn't want to get murdered first.
Yes, she wants me to get murdered first.
Yeah,
which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to get murdered first.
I would. I'll take it.
You want to see your partner get murdered?
No.
Oh no, you want to get murdered first.
I'd like to get murdered first.
Right,
yeah, get back to sleep. But she, so it is. I didn't realize what a drastic. Because you may say, well, it doesn't really matter. What's it matter? You're just still sleeping. Everything is shifted now, and I hate left.
You're not sleeping well?
Left is not right. Left is not right.
See, I'm the opposite because I sleep on the left and I sleep on my left side, which faces out, away from the bed.
Away from the cheating.
Away from the cheating bench.
Right. Smart.
So
you don't want to watch that. Right in your face.
So if I'm sleeping on the right, I still want to sleep on my left side because that's what I'm used to. But then I'm facing another person, and I don't. I always like facing something open, like open air.
I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just force of habit. Like over the course of the last decade, always getting out of bed the same kind of way. It's a subtle, small shift, but
it really can F with you.
Yeah, it is, and it's always weird. And I feel like I know it's you say crazy because how hard is it to get out of bed? But it is a weird thing where every morning I start to kind of move the other direction. I'm like, wait a minute, there's just more bed here. Like that's weird because that's for so long you don't even realize it's just part of how you get up. And when we get up at the ungodly hour, our first, second, third alarms go off. It is, I'm not really processing anything the proper way anyway.
Right. Well, I know my wife has another rule where if we are in a situation where there's a bed up against a wall, she wants to be against the wall.
She likes that feeling of being...
Yes, of being like secured and kind of like sandwiched in. Versus I hate that. I don't like having to climb over somebody to get out and all that. I don't like being confined. So it's more than just a side of the bed type of thing.
Yeah, I'm just curious if people understand, like, are you the same side no matter the situation, or are you situational? Because the other thing is, I've put a much bigger dent in that mattress over the last few years than she has.
I know,
obviously.
she's probably getting the raw end of it.
So she's sleeping in like a crater now, and I'm sleeping on almost like feels like a brand new mattress.
Cool.
So
but it's unfamiliar territory. You know what I mean? Like, your lump, your stank, your hole that you made.
Yeah, a lot of people say the side is based on location more than side. Like, I'm always closest to the wall, someone says. I always make sure that I've got the side that's got the better view of the TV, since I like to watch TV, going to bed, and she doesn't care.
Or it can have something to do with the sleep the sleep schedules that you're on, right? Like if somebody is going to be closest to the door because they go to bed late or they get up really early, then it's like less invasive, right? You're like kind of just sneaking in, sneaking out.
323 Klein, I'm shocked you don't sleep at the foot of the bed. I would have thought that's where you'd be.
I know. Why go right, left when you can go up, down?
Yeah, I didn't. I wish if she had thought of that, I feel like that's where I'd be.
I know. Maybe this is just a ploy to get you out of the bed completely.
Is that what it is, you think?
You know,
Slowly
I think
move me
for
further
some
away?
reason I want to be close to the door and the bathroom, so you should probably just sleep on the floor.
Omar, are you right or left, or are you depending on the other stuff going on? Like,
On the regular basis, I'm always on the left side, but wherever we are, it all depends on where the children crash. And then we'll just plop down accordingly.
I think it was Jimmy.
And if we're at a hotel room and it's just the wifey and I don't think it matters, to be honest with you.
You don't
I think
even
the
think
wife
about it.
might have a preference depending on the room, but I don't care.
I think it was Jimmy Kimmel's wife who had the really smart, astute observation that if you are going to have kids or if you have kids, you should immediately make sure that you are the one sleeping the furthest away from the door, because the reality is they will run in during the night.
Wow, and
will
they'll want to go to the person that's closest?
Yeah, they will go to the parent that is the closest to the door.
That is so true. They always go to my wife.
Right.
My wife's closest to the door.
So if you don't want to be bothered and you don't want to be the person that's dealing with, like, I had a dream or I lost my sock or whatever else.
For you do that Alcatraz thing where it's just dummies in the bed?
Oh, I got to get those Alcatraz dummies. Imagine that.
Piece of paper mache.
That's amazing.